Hello, everybody. Peter Parks here from DN4 Blueprint.com. Give me a quick second here. I'm just going to clear my throat so that we can continue to go through this module. All right, I'm back. So, again, my name is Peter Parks from DN4Blueprint.com. On behalf of Andrew Fox, welcome to this module. We're going to get right into it because these are some of the hottest markets to get into on Facebook. And if you do this right, you can make an absolute killing on Facebook with CPA offers. And I'm going to show you an actual campaign that's actually crushing it right now in one of the most aggressive niches on Facebook using CPA business model. So the markets that you really want to get into, you want to get into the fitness and the health markets, such as the niches, the bodybuilding, the Ironman, and the muscle. These are absolutely fantastic type of niches to get into. You can build very big lists very fast, very responsive. There's a lot of CPA offers in this particular vertical to drop on in your funnels, and it's an absolute great niche. Facebook, however, doesn't like it, but again, I'm like a broken record. It's not what you promote on Facebook, it's how you do the promotion. That's what kind of gets Facebook panties in a bind. So you can get into the dating and the personal relationship markets as well. Perfect niche to get into is the romance market, or sorry, the romance niche. Again, this is a pleasure, pain type of a niche, and you can market to them both ways. You can market to the pain, you can market to the pleasure. They both work. They're absolutely fantastic modules. Um, Niches. You can get into the sports and the recreational markets, drilling into the sub niches of something responsive like NASCAR, like tennis, rock climbing. These are great, passionate niches because they're hobbyist type niches. So when you move into these niches, they have great offers on Amazon. You can run through Offer Vault and find some great giveaway offers, some great sweepstakes type offers, depending on the geographic location. Really good niches to get into to quickly make some really good money to clean up. You can also get into the diet and the weight control management markets. And when you're getting into this niche, you don't want to call it weight loss. This is where a lot of affiliates, a lot of marketers get their accounts banned. They get their ads denied because, believe it or not, what you label in your campaigns actually accounts for part of your quality score. So when you label stuff like pills and weight loss, that's an automatic red flag to Facebook. So you kind of want to get into the weight control management. That's how you want to kind of really label your ads. Diet isn't that bad. It's just how you label it. So you can go into the diet control management markets, the weight control management markets. Just try to avoid labeling it weight loss or pills because you're gonna be behind the eight ball before you even get going. And also as well, insurance and real estate. And another module, I'm gonna show you how we set up a campaign for a real estate agent. And I'm not gonna talk about it now because it's a really good little quick little case study for you to see exactly how to set yourself up if you're doing a lot of offline marketing. That's the thing to do. So for competitive reasons, I'm going to show you one of my bigger fan pages. I've got a couple of these fitness and muscle fan pages on Facebook. It's an absolute monster. This is actually a big no-no when it comes to Facebook because of the before and after type shots. They don't like the vascularity, all the muscles when you're driving ads. And this is even in the CPA game when you're setting up your landing pages and your content rich product landing pages. A lot of the places where you want to do your media buys, like AOL in particular, they really don't like seeing all this vascularity, all these sinewy vascular muscles and everything prodding out everywhere. They want to make sure that you cover everything up as much as possible because it's offensive for their particular demographic, but they're absolutely phenomenal niches to get into. But again, if you know how to run your ads, again, it's not what you're promoting, it's how you're promoting it. That's what's going to get you in trouble with Facebook. So let's go into why this works the way it does. So if you look at number one right there, again, super competitive niche because it's a big no-no within Facebook eyes, but you can see monster Facebook list, monster Facebook was built out in this niche, and this is recent. This isn't, from 2009, 2010. This is recent. Number two, you got to make sure you have a great photo that you can use in your ads because in this niche, the photos are king. And I'm going to give you a little secret here. The more that you can use video in your ads, and I'm going to show you a case study about this, the more responsive, the more responsive your market's going to be, and the better off you're going to get your click-through rates, and people are going to buy stuff because videos and photos in this market are absolutely king. If you look at the third element in this particular fan page, you want to have a great USP and a great call to action inside of your cover photo because when you get a great call to action and a great USP inside of your actual cover photo, it works. You're gonna have people clicking on a lot of your actual links. You're gonna have people engaging tremendously with your fan page. And I just wanted to show you there that this is my admin account for this particular page that I'm running. So that's why I had to block it out. You can see there I'm posting ads. The fourth element that makes this thing really pop is, you obviously, you want to make sure people are talking about you. There's no sense having a fan page of 1 million fans if you've only got 1,000 people talking about you. That's really, out of 1 million fans, that's dismal. There's no sense having a Facebook fan page if you can't get engagement. So, having thousands of people talking about you isn't a bad thing. That's a very good thing. So out of, over 300,000 likes, I got over 3,000 people talking about my particular page. You're gonna get some engagement. You're gonna get some excellent virality. You're gonna get a lot of shares. You're gonna get a lot of comments. You're gonna get a lot of people clicking on your links. You're gonna be able to drop you know, some really good CPA offers when you're doing a promotional sequence post. You're going to be able to do, I set my content sequence up when I'm doing a content sequence post. And then for my content sequence post, I set up a promotional sequence post. So I gear people up for what's coming. It's really huge. I see a lot of people kind of screwing this up or they don't really do it. They just drop offers randomly on the fan page. They don't have a really strategy when it comes to doing that. The fifth element that makes this page pop is you want to make sure you have multiple tabs set up so when you're driving people to different offers inside of Facebook, you're going to get your ads approved quicker. And this is huge. Most marketers don't do this. With these particular pages in this particular niche market, you want to make sure that when you set up custom tabs, that you're driving your ads to different offers within your site of your custom tabs. This is just absolutely, this is just one of the laws of Facebook. Why would you set up all these different custom tabs or set up these custom tabs and have all this foolishness in them? You want to make sure each custom tab that you set up is going to be a direct response custom tab because you want them to take a very specific action. All right. The sixth element that makes this fan page pop the way it does and what I'm actually promoting on this particular fan page, and these are all CPA offers. I'm running testosterone boosters. It's a huge no-no with Facebook. There's enhancement offers on this. There's really good offers that run on this with high payouts. When you're in this particular market and you're doing CPA marketing, you want to make sure that you find offers that are going to give you a very high payout because when you get a very high payout, you don't need to spend that much money on your ad spend to get a huge return on your investment. Now, I don't do any dollar submits on this particular page because for the size of the page that I have, It just doesn't make sense for me to do a $1 email submit offer on this particular page. It just doesn't make sense for me to do a $3 or $4 uh, offer on this particular page. The average payout that I do on this particular page, the average offers that I run, they're $70 plus. And the reason why I pick these particular CPA type offers is because the crowd has money to spend. You have to look at the psychographic and the demographic of the market that you're targeting and what you're marketing to. And you've got to understand in this particular market, this is all ego driven vanity. These people got disposable income. They want to get ahead of their competition. And the competition is the next guy that's posting underneath them. They want to be able to be ripped, shredded. So you have to understand that. So why go with a small time $1 trial offer or $1 email submit or a $3 zip offer when you can go for a big payout, $70? And when you do that, the ad spend for your traffic is going to be well worth it. So let's walk through how to set up one of these bad boys and on this page so you know how it's done. Now, again, I gotta apologize for blurring out certain details. It's just that this is a super competitive niche that I'm in. I'm gonna give you the foundations to how to build out aggressive pages like this, how to set up your campaigns, but you don't need to see my actual page itself. What you can do is you can replicate other fitness pages that you see, other muscle pages that you see. You'll get the overall general idea of what you need to do. And as I'm going through this case study, you're going to see, okay, I get it. I understand. I know exactly what I need to do. So when we do this, let's get into how this actually works, because when you see this particular case study built up and you see the particular scaling of this particular campaign, you're gonna know, and you're gonna say to yourself, you know what? This is a market that I think that I may want to play in. Now, don't get me wrong. This is a very aggressive market. There's a lot of things that you have to do right in this particular market to make a lot of money in this particular niche market. And there's a lot of things that you can do wrong. You can totally screw it up and you blow up your page. You get your page taken away from you by Facebook. You get your accounts banned. You get your ads disapproved. There's a lot of ugliness in this particular market. So it's kind of a fine line. So look at what I'm trying to teach you here as far as how to build up a very good, high quality fan page, watch the ad campaign, and then we're going to get into it. So what actually happens here is you look at one of the arrows there. The first arrow is I always ask a question in my ads. You've got to be able to ask a question in your ad. This is going to help your response rates. This is going to help your click-through rate. This is going to help your engagement, because when you ask a question, you basically it's basically a pattern interrupt. Your prospect has got to stop and they've got to think. So that's kind of one of the first things you want to do, is you always want to have a pattern interrupt. If you look at the second arrow there, you want to have a really good, strong call to action inside of your ad. Really need to tell them what you want them to do. And when you show the social proof within your ad and you want to see how others have voted, this is the ad copy that really will help take you to the next level when you're writing out your ads. Because when you look at this ad, you know, you're going to see a lot of social proof and see how others have voted. There's a lot of psychology with the ad that I've just written there. And if you look at it, click like if you if you think somebody like her could train you, and see how others voted. There's a lot of social proof within that particular ad. There's a lot of compelling embedded commands within that particular ad copy. That's how you want to write your ad copy. And of course, we all know the image is, the image is king. Now, when you're running this particular ad, you want to also show the proof with the amount of likes. So if you look at over 10,000 people strong have liked this ad. So what does that tell you? If you're running an ad like this and you see proof elements like that, 10,000 people like this ad, oh shit, I guess I better like it too. This is all stuff that's proof in your face that's going to make sure that when people are running these particular ads, or sorry, when your prospect's seeing these particular ads, that they're going to click and they're going to click really well. So when you're getting the like, when I'm getting the like for this particular ad, it is the pre-frame for me to start to sell the offer. Now, let me explain this to you so that you understand it. When I incorporate all of these elements inside of the ad, I'm actually pre-framing my prospect because I'm gearing up to sell them a particular offer. So you've got to understand when you're doing this type of marketing, when you're writing this type of copy, you want to put embedded commands. You want to put your pattern interrupts within your particular copy. So this pre-frames your prospect and it conditions them to start to do what you want them to do. And you can see here in in this particular ad campaign, if you look at the next arrow there, when you look at the targeting, I actually kind of screwed this up. I targeted over 5 million people. That's a lot of people to hit with this particular ad. So in a realistic market, what I should have done is I should have actually did almost half or a quarter of that because I would have got well, you can see the amount of clicks I got. I mean, that's over 13,000 clicks. That's not bad for this particular ad, and I really didn't spend that much money. But the thing is you want to be able to keep your markets tight because when you keep your markets tight, you're going to get maximum reach within a couple of ads, and then you can go and scale for quality. So that's kind of something that you really want to look at. And I ran a I ran a CPM on this. I ran on this CPA on this CPM, sorry, with this particular ad because of a couple different reasons. I knew that this picture would fly just because I understand the mentality of my marketplace. Had I had put this to a cost per click, I would have been paying thousands of dollars for this particular ad, when as really I only spent, I put it on a CPM because I know it was going to get shown quite a bit, but I knew I knew that the clicks were going to be massive. So when I did that, my average cost for CPM was literally only 13 cents. I mean, you can't beat that for an ad like this, and you get those type of metrics. That's actually something that you want to do. So let's walk through another ad setup because all of this is selling and leading to the pre-frame to selling somebody a product. So again, you'll see in this next ad here, this is all about generating the click. You always want to ask a question. Huge. You always want to make sure that you ask a question inside of your ad with a great call to action. If you look at my ad, I'm asking a question inside of the ad and I'm getting a great call to action. Now, a little sneaky tactic, a lot of people kind of know about this, a lot of people still kind of screw it up, but you want to put a video play ad inside of your ad because it gets great response and it gets great engagement. If you actually look at the image of my ad, you'll see the little play button there. Especially in this particular marketplace, that works like gangbusters. So why not use it? You want to use everything to your advantage to leverage your actual campaign to be able to help scale your campaign. And then when you look at my click-through rate for this ad was an engagement ad. I got over 20% CTR on this particular ad. So what actually happens is you can build up a very, 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 very big list when you're doing this. And if you're looking at my dashboard, this is the end result of this particular campaign, because in this particular campaign, when I drove my traffic to that video ad, I was actually building a list. So you can see a lot of my metrics. And this is how you build out an email list and you build out an effective funnel follow-up series when you want to cultivate your community with back-end offers like this. Now, this particular post, it drove people to grab a bottle of this particular product that I'm selling for a CPA offer. And then once they gave me their information, there were 6 more upsells in this particular path. And what I'm going to do is in the next module, I'm going to talk about the actual upsell path. So with that being said, my name is Peter Parks on behalf of Andrew Fox with DNA Blueprint, DNAWealthBlueprint.com. This is how you build out a massive email list with this particular content and promotional funnel. And I'll see you in the next module.